But we don't know if a joke or fool my fool we. We don't know. But we feel good because this place get dumb man, dumb, you know. Lord God. But I'm on mind if you open Rasta. Lift up back name.
US $490 million Alpart expansion signals major vote of confidence in Jamaica's mining sector. Jamaica's mining and manufacturing sectors are poised for what could become one of the country's most significant industrial investments in recent years, following the announcement by Mining and Energy Minister Floyd Green that China's Jiuquan Iron and Steel JISCO company intends to invest approximately $490 million to modernize and significantly expand operations at Alpart Alumina Refinery in Nain, St. Elizabeth. The proposed investment represents a major commitment to Jamaica's bauxite and alumina industry and is expected to strengthen the country's position as one of the Caribbean's leading producers of alumina while creating new opportunities for employment, exports, and economic growth. The announcement comes at a time when Jamaica continues to pursue greater foreign direct investment while seeking to modernize key industries that have long served as pillars of the national economy. Industry observers say the scale of the proposed investment demonstrates continued confidence in Jamaica as a destination for large-scale industrial development despite global economic uncertainties and fluctuating commodity markets. The Alpart Refinery, located in Nain, St. Elizabeth, has been one of Jamaica's most important industrial facilities for decades. Since its reopening under JISCO's ownership, the refinery has gradually returned to production after years of inactivity following the global downturn in alumina prices that forced its closure in 2009. However, production was halted again in 2019, causing economic distress for Nain and surrounding communities. According to Minister Green, the proposed $490 million U.S. investment will be directed towards modernizing plant infrastructure while substantially increasing production capacity. Although detailed engineering plans have not yet been publicly released, such projects typically involve upgrades to refining equipment, energy systems, logistics infrastructure, environmental controls, and production technology. Mining experts note that modernization is essential as alumina refineries worldwide compete to reduce production costs, improve efficiency, and comply with increasingly stringent environmental standards. The planned expansion is expected to generate substantial economic benefits both during construction and after completion. Large industrial projects of this magnitude generally create hundreds of temporary construction jobs involving engineers, welders, electricians, heavy equipment operators, and skilled tradespeople. Once completed, expanded refinery operations could also support additional permanent employment across production, maintenance, transportation, and administration. Beyond direct employment, businesses throughout southern Jamaica could benefit from increased demand for goods and services, including transportation and logistics, equipment maintenance, catering and hospitality, construction materials, security services, fuel and energy supply, professional consultancy services. Economists often describe these as multiplier effects, where investment in one major industry stimulates economic activity across multiple sectors. Alumina remains one of Jamaica's most valuable export commodities. An increase in refinery capacity could allow Jamaica to produce and export larger volumes of alumina to international markets, generating additional foreign exchange earnings. Greater export revenues could help strengthen Jamaica's balance of payments while contributing additional tax revenues through corporate taxes, payroll taxes, customs duties, and other government revenues associated with expanded economic activity. The investment also supports the government's broader objective of increasing industrial output and attracting higher levels of foreign direct investment. The announcement is being viewed by many analysts as a strong signal of investor confidence. Large multinational corporations typically commit hundreds of millions of US dollars only after extensive technical assessments, financial modeling, and long-term market forecasts. Such investments suggest confidence not only in global alumina demand, but also in Jamaica's political stability, regulatory environment, workforce, and mining potential. For Jamaica, attracting nearly $500 million US in additional industrial investment represents one of the largest commitments announced in recent years. Modern refinery upgrades increasingly focus on improving operational efficiency while reducing environmental impacts. Industry analysts expect the Alpart project to incorporate newer technologies designed to improve energy efficiency, reduce operating costs, increase production reliability, enhance worker safety, improve environmental monitoring, and reduce emissions where possible. These improvements are becoming increasingly important as international buyers place greater emphasis on sustainable production practices. The Alpart Refinery has long served as one of the largest employers and economic drivers in St. Elizabeth. Its continued operation supports thousands of livelihoods directly and indirectly through contractors, suppliers, transport operators, and small businesses throughout the parish. An expansion of refinery operations could further stimulate economic activity in communities surrounding Nain and neighboring districts through increased employment opportunities and higher commercial activity. Residents have historically viewed major investments at the refinery as important contributors to local economic development. While the announcement has been widely welcomed as positive economic news, several important questions remain to be addressed as the project progresses. Stakeholders are expected to seek further details regarding the implementation timeline, construction phases, employment projections, environmental safeguards, community engagement, infrastructure improvements, and local procurement opportunities. Environmental advocates are also likely to monitor the project closely, particularly regarding waste management, water use, and emissions, to ensure expansion takes place in accordance with Jamaica's environmental regulations and international best practices. The proposed investment aligns with the government's stated objective of revitalizing Jamaica's mining sector while increasing value-added production rather than relying solely on raw mineral exports. Government officials have repeatedly argued that modernizing existing industrial facilities is essential if Jamaica is to remain competitive in the global alumina market. The country possesses some of the world's highest quality bauxite reserves, and officials have consistently emphasized that expanding domestic refining capacity creates greater economic value than exporting raw ore alone. Although the investment is still subject to detailed implementation planning, the proposed $490 million expansion represents one of the strongest indicators yet that confidence in Jamaica's alumina industry remains robust. If successfully executed, the project could significantly increase production, create employment, strengthen export earnings, and reinforce the importance of mining as a key pillar of Jamaica's economy. For residents of St. Elizabeth, the announcement offers renewed optimism that one of the parish's most important industrial employers is preparing for another chapter of growth. Nationally, it signals that Jamaica continues to attract major international investment in strategic sectors despite an increasingly competitive global investment landscape. Whether the project ultimately delivers its economic potential will depend on successful execution, effective environmental management, and sustained global demand for alumina. However, the announcement itself has already been welcomed by many as a significant vote of confidence in Jamaica's mining industry and its long-term economic prospects.
Since the
plant locked down, most business places locked down. So we would have glad if it home for real.
There is now fresh hope among stakeholders that life will return to the plant. The Mining Minister Floyd Green says the owners, JISCO, will spend millions of US dollars in the next 2 years to upgrade the plant. Some of that work is expected to get the facility ready to reopen in 11 months.
Subscribe today, turn on notifications, and never miss the stories that matter most. Jamaica News Now, your Highlands, your news, right now.